Hi and welcome to the Matrix Fitness live workout. Today we're going to be taking you through a body conditioning workout. What we're going to do today is take you through 3 rounds of exercises. We'll take you through a warm-up and a cool-down, and during the exercises I'll offer you progressions and regressions to make sure that you're being challenged in the same way. The first thing we're going to do is just press the timer, and then we're going to get you ready for the workout. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to be doing is a push-off lunge. What we're going to be doing is taking you through a whole range of exercises. The second exercise will be a squat to side bend. We'll do some plank jacks, and then we'll repeat those exercises a second time. So that way then you can get used to the exercises and then give them a good go. The first thing we're going to do is get you warmed up. So what I'd like you to do to begin with is just start marching onto the spot and bring your knees up nice and high. Once you start getting your knees a little bit higher, you'll start to work on the mobility of your hips, your knees, and your ankles, also working through your shoulders and your elbows as well. Have a go at trying to bring yourself up onto the forefoot. By taking this higher step and pushing off the floor slightly, we're going to start to activate through your calves and some more of the lower leg muscles in preparation for some of the options that we've got coming up. As we go through each exercise, I will give you options as to take them into maybe a jump, or if it's an option to maybe make the exercise a little bit easier. We'll try and take you through as many of those as we can. Okay, now what we're going to ask you to do is to take an imaginary skipping rope and just start to skip the rope on the spot. During this, what you can do is you can start to take a little twist into the feet. This will help you with some exercises where we're going to be changing direction and also starting to activate through the feet muscles as well. You can take yourself into a scissor action where you're moving forwards and backwards with the feet. And also just moving side to side. Each time the heart rate is going to just increase a little bit more as we start to put a little bit more effort into your movement. Next, what we're going to do is a couple of step back lunges. So just taking a large step back down towards the floor, the back knee comes just above the floor, and you can alternate that step. The benefit of doing an exercise like this to help you warm up, in a nice slow range of movement, you can actually start to feel how your body is going to be coping with the exercise that we're going to be coming up with. And we've got some lunge positions like this in our first round of exercises as well. Now from that position, we're going to take you into a half squat. So just lowering your hips down towards your heels. And this will just start to draw the blood into the muscles of the body. And then also starts to activate through the different leg muscles that we're going to be using throughout our workout as well. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper into those squats. See if you can lower your hips towards your heels a little bit more. Trying to keep your spine nice and straight. So if you can stay looking straight ahead, either at the screen or at a point just in front of you to allow you to get a little bit of a deep range of movement, that will just help your quality a little bit more. And shake those legs out. What we're going to do is take a large step over towards the side, into a side lunge, getting a stretch of the inner thigh, step together, give me a little squat here, step over to the opposite side, bring your feet together, and a little squat again. Now as we do these, you're going to start to create a little bit more mobility for your inner thigh, but at the same time activate the muscles, and these will help stabilize you when we start to go into some of our lunge exercises as well. Good. Last one. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to just warm up the upper body, and we're just going to take you into a jab, cross, jab, jump 90 degrees, jab, cross, jab, jump 90 degrees. Now every single time that you take yourself into these positions, what I want you to start thinking about is throwing those punches at around about head height. So jumping 90 degrees away from the center each time will just allow you to get that full 180 degree movement, so the hips and the wrists start to activate those muscles as well. Okay, now we're going to take you into some jumping jacks. Taking the hands out to around about shoulder height to begin with. This will start to get your heart rates up even higher, and it will also prepare you where we do have some jumping lunges later on in our workout, so we can really get the muscles fired up. Now we can start to take the arms above the head even further. This will push your heart rates up a little bit more, and finally finish off our workout in preparation for that first round. Okay, shake this out a little bit here. The first exercise we're going to go through is a push-off lunge. What we're going to do is stand with your feet together, take a large step back down towards the floor. You're going to push off the floor and reset yourself into this position. Every single time that you push off the leg, try and work with as much height as possible. And then if you want to, you can always regress the exercise into a simple step back, and we can just go from there. Okay, let's go for it. 45 seconds of work. Push yourself off that knee, as strong and as tall as possible. Think about pushing down through the floor, so you can drive your knee up as high as possible. You can see I'm using my arms. This will just allow you to work with some athletic movement, and it also allows you to create a little bit of control as you land and change the direction. So as you land into that position, push yourself off nice and strong, and then back down into a nice straight position as well. Back knee goes down towards the floor. Good. Let's swap over to the opposite side. Same thing, pushing off the knee, getting as much height off the floor as possible. You can see my arms are rotating and coming around about shoulder height, and the other hand goes to around about hip height as well. Try and push yourself up as high as you can, and relax there. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. 15 seconds recovering between exercises. The next one is going to be a squat to side bend. Feet are going to be around about hip width apart, arms reaching up. You're going to squat, side bend to the side, back to the center, and then stand tall again. For 45 seconds, let's go for this. Every time that you bend to the side, try and get as much range of movement as you can. Try and keep your knees directly above your heels when you go into that side bend as well. It's a great exercise for developing a little bit more of your postural muscles, as well as you're working into your thighs and working onto your hamstrings as well, when you're trying to hold that deep squat position as you're starting to bend from side to side. Next exercise we're going to do is going to be down on the floor. Let's finish off this last rep. Take your 15 seconds breather, and we're going to go down to the floor. Now what we're going to do is place your hands underneath your shoulders, up into a press-up position, and you're going to jump your feet wide and back to narrow positions. Trying to hold that strong plank as much as you can for, let's go for it, 45 seconds of work. Now when you're doing this exercise, try and develop as much of a strong plank as possible. So allow your eyes to look down towards your fingertips, jumping your legs as wide as you can, while trying to maintain a nice flat neutral spine. So think about putting your shoulder blades to your back pocket. Think about a strong, tense position between your quads and your glutes, and trying to maintain that nice flat spine as you're jumping those feet in and out. Now the option would be just to step the feet out and keep nice, slow, controlled movement. And relax there. Okay, we're going to take you through all those exercises again. So the first round of exercises we repeat. Now that you've learned the exercises, now we can start to challenge you. Let's get you ready. First one is going to be that push-off lunge, using the arms to rotate into that dynamic movement. Let's go. 20 seconds on each leg. Drive your knee up nice and high. Try and push off the floor. We want you to feel like you're a little bit breathless, but at the same time, with really strong, powerful movement, working on developing athletic movement, especially in an acceleration and explosive movement here. Back knee down towards the floor, drive that front knee up nice and high, keep it strong. Let's swap the legs over, exactly the same thing on the opposite side. Quick transition, push yourself up as high as you can. Good work, good work, good work. Come on, push yourself, leave yourself a little breathless if you can. Just over 5 seconds of work to go. Last repetition. Good, okay. Now it's a squat to side bend. So feet in that hip width apart, arms extended up above you. Lower your hips towards your heels, and then bend from side to side. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go for this. Squat, side bend, and back up again. So this will allow your heart rate to come back down, but it's going to keep your legs working. So nice deep squat position if you can. Maintain that control, keeping your knees over your ankles if you can. Arms extended long. This is where it's going to start to find, some of you may find a bit of fatigue coming into your shoulders. That's completely normal as well. Just try and keep that strong position. Just over 10 seconds to go. Can we go a little bit lower on that squat. Good. Push yourself a little bit more if possible. One more. Good work. Okay, check it out. Let's take it down to the floor for those plank jacks. Hands are going to be flattened underneath the shoulders. Really strong position. Think about turning your elbows just forward slightly. That helps keep a really good strong back position. Let's go. 45 seconds of work. Eyes looking at the imaginary line between the fingertips. The elbow picks up forward slightly, and your shoulder blades are pulled back and down. So you're trying to create quite a stiff position through the core, through the upper body, and then it's just the legs moving. This will activate more muscles. Might make it a little bit harder for you to get the speed up, but it's a better quality of muscle work, and that's going to challenge you the better out of the speed versus type of contraction that you're working on. Last 10 seconds of work. Good, keep strong, and relax there. Okay, let's grab a mat, let's get you ready for some floor exercises. So the next exercise is all going down the floor. We're going to start with side plank. So feet stacked upon each other in a strong side plank position. We're going to rotate underneath the body. Let's go. Straight into this. Create a strong fist, strong side plank position. Rotate under, and then bring yourself back up. Create as much distance between your elbow and your fist as possible, and try to maintain the hips holding up as hard as you can. So do one more, all the way up into that strong position. Now a quick transition over to the opposite side, straight up again. Into that strong side plank position. So it works out just about 20 seconds on each side, which means that we're working for high intensity rather than quick movement. So try and keep your hips lifted, let the shoulder and your hips rotate around the body, bring yourself back to the center and relax there. Lying down onto your back, we're going to do an exercise called a heel drop. Here's for option one. Lowering your heel towards the floor and you alternate the legs. Option two will be both heels going down and back up again. Okay, for 45 seconds, extend one heel down towards the floor and then alternate the legs. Your goal is to get your head flattened onto the floor. Try and push down through each vertebra of your spine into the floor. Try and push your hands down into the floor as well. So that way then you can really create this rigid core feeling. Now to make this exercise a little bit harder, you've got the option of both feet moving at the same time, or starting to allow your foot to reach a little bit further away. Now if you think about your legs as levers, the longer the lever, the harder the work is going to be, and that's going to challenge your core a little bit more. So you can pick the intensity, and you're just looking to try and create as much work as possible and relax there. Now the next exercise is a reverse crunch. So what we're going to do, feet start at 90 degrees, and you reach upwards, and then come back to that 90 degrees. So again, head, shoulders, and arms flattened onto the floor. Press down into the floor as you reach your legs upwards towards the ceiling, back to 90 degrees. So they come in and extend up, and then back down. You're looking for your hips and your lower back to push off the floor, up towards the ceiling, and then back to that 90-degree position, where your knees are directly above your hips for every single repetition. Now, if you're just learning these exercises on the first time we do them, we do go through this second round again, so that way then once you've learned the exercises, you can start to really push yourself and pick the option that's going to be right for you for working hard. Last 10 seconds of work. Reach your feet up towards the ceiling high, breathe out as you exhale, and reaching the feet up at the same time, and relax there. Okay, let's get you ready for the side planks again. So on the side planks, feet stacked upon each other, fists reaching up into the air, really strong plank position. It's going to be around about 20 seconds on each side, and a quick rotation in the middle. Let's extend up, hold that really strong side plank position, create distance between your elbow and your fist, pushing the hips high, and then rotate underneath the body, come back to that perfect plank position, and let's go again. Even if it is 2 or 3 rotations underneath, try and keep a really strong contraction throughout. And relax there. Let's swap over to the opposite side. Straight in again. Elbow underneath, extend up to that perfect plank position. Make sure it's all set well, and then rotate under, back up to that extended position. Again, 2 or 3 repetitions is fine if you're working as hard as you can when you're doing it. It's about quality over quantity every single time. Okay, relax back down. Heel drops. Knees directly above the hips. One heel comes down, or you've got the option, which I'm going to take this time, of both legs extending at the same time. And you can pick how far your legs go away to make that exercise easy or hard. So lowering your heels down towards the floor and then back up again. Keep control. Keep thinking about bracing through your core. And one of the best ways to do that is think about pulling in your glutes as tight as possible. Think about squeezing and bracing through your core. So if you were going to receive a punch in the stomach, you would naturally brace yourself. That's what we're looking to do. So think about that as you're lowering those heels down, but try to maintain breathing. We do find that a lot of people will hold their breath when they're doing core exercises, and then when they do stop, they're almost gasping for air. It's all about controlled breathing, all at the same time. That's why you're able to talk, that's why you're able to literally think about and talk to your coach about how you're doing the exercise. Okay, next exercise. Reverse punches. Heels going up towards the ceiling. We come up, push up, and then back to that 90 degrees. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reverse curls, and up, and push your feet up towards the ceiling, and then back to that 90 degrees. If you can get your hips off the floor, then that would be great. You're thinking about pushing your feet towards the ceiling. Use your arms, head, and your upper spine pushed into the floor. Think of that as a strong foundation to get your height from. Good. Now we're looking for about another 15 seconds of work. Try and keep the quality of the height. So reaching up the feet as high as you can. Good. Breathing out as you reach your feet up. Breathe in as the feet come in. Last repetition. And relax there. Okay, next exercise we're going to do is a jumping lunge. So let's bring you up to a standing position. So we're going to have 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back. Now either we jump and swap the legs over, or I've got an option for you. If you would like to take it just into a step back lunge, then that's absolutely fine as well. So you pick the option that's good for you. Let's go for this. 45 seconds of work. When you're doing these jumping lunges, try and make sure that the feet is equal between both. So when the weight is jumped, you're in that equal position. The back knee goes down towards the floor, and you can see I'm driving my arms to help that movement and athletic position as well. It's quite a nice idea to almost pause at the bottom of these positions, and that way then you can just check where your weight distribution is, and that will help protect your knees, but also maximise the work that's being done by the sides of the glutes, and also your inner and outer thighs as they start to stabilise you in that deep position. Last couple of jumps. And relax there. Okay, the next exercise is called a breakdown. You're basically going to run on the spot. When I say touch, you squat down, touch the floor, and then come back up into athletic stance. Okay, so give your legs a little bit of a shake, loosen yourself up a little bit. Let's go for this. Athletic stance, running on the spot. When I say the magic words, you touch the floor, touch, down into that deep squat position. Think of yourself as an American football player, and you're in that athletic stance, trying to prepare yourself to block a tackle. Now touch, bring yourself down towards the floor, so it almost just breaks up the rhythm. Touch, try and move your feet a little bit quicker. Touch, and each time we say that magic word, get down and back up again as quick as you can. Touch, good. Just 10 seconds work. Can we go a little bit quicker with the feet now? Make the calves really start to feel like they're burning because you're moving so quickly. Touch, quicker, quicker, quicker. Last 3, 2, 1, and shake out the legs. Good, okay. Now we've got our third exercise of this third round coming. It's going to be a press up. Remember, we're doing all these exercises again so that we can feel comfortable with them. The next exercise is a press up. I'm going to do them on my knees for the first round, and we'll go for full legs and arms on the second round. So think about your shoulders being slightly over the top of your hands. Lower your chin, chest, and hips towards the floor, and then push against the floor as you bring yourself back up. I always think it's a good idea to look down towards the floor. Think about almost a triangle. A triangle between where your 2 hands are and where your nose goes down towards the floor. If that creates a nice triangle position, you're probably working the back muscles and the shoulder muscles equally, which is a really good position. Last one. Good. Okay, now shake up the arms. Let's go back to those jumping lunges. Now, we know the exercises. It's a chance for you to really push your fitness at this time. Okay, so for the last 45 seconds on each of these exercises, do as much work as you can. Let's get you back down into a lunge position. 3, 2, 1. Let's jump these. 45 seconds of work, as much as you can do. We've got the jumping lunges. Then we're going to be doing the breakdowns. And then we've got 45 seconds of press-ups to finish today's workout. Then we start our little cool-down movements to try and push yourself as much as you can. Nice deep position on the knee, but at the same time, equal weight distribution between both feet. Look at the point just in front of you so you can maintain good control and a nice straight spine. Last 5 seconds. And relax there. Okay, breakdowns. Give those legs a little shake. They're going to be burning a little bit. That's not a bad thing. Got my heart rate here up to 170 beats per minute. So you can tell I'm working hard with you guys here. 2, 1, let's go. Athletic stance. Running on the spot. Touch. And you bring your hands down to the floor and then back into this position. Get your feet moving as quick as possible. Touch. Every time I say those magic words, get down and up again as quick as possible. Touch. See if you can lift your knees a little bit higher. Get off those feet a little bit quicker. Touch. Good work, good work. Come on, just 20 seconds left to go. Quicker, 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 quicker. Come on, a little bit more. Good speed now. Keep that going. Last 10 seconds. Touch. 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 Last 3, 2, 1, and shake the legs out. Okay, 45 seconds of press-ups between you and the finish line. Here's a little tip to help you get in the best press-up position. Extend your arms out above you. If somebody is about to say there's a race and you're entered into it, and you've got to go really quickly, wherever you bring your hands down initially, that's probably going to be a really good position. Let's go, 45 seconds of work. Be strong as you push yourself off the floor. Pushing down through the palms of the hand. Thinking about pushing the floor away from you. Be really strong. Squeezing your quads and your glutes together. So in a really strong plank position. Good. Last 5 seconds. And relax there. Good work. Give those arms a little bit of a shake. Bring your hands behind you. Linking your hands together. Lift your chin and chest toward to get a nice stretch. Just while your heart rates come back down and your breathing comes back to you. Nice strong chest stretch position. Good. Shake those arms out a little bit. Let's take you down into an up dog position. So again, we're going to lie your hands underneath your shoulders, lower your hips towards the floor. Now I'm going to keep my toes tucked under. I want you to lift the chin and chest up high. Just get a stretch from the front of your hips. Also stretch out from some of those abdominal muscles. Now we're going to go into a downward facing dog. So push into your hands, draw your hips back, and I want you to just walk your feet into a position where you can get a nice deep stretch to the back of the legs. You can just start to walk your heels, just to stretch out the calves a little bit more. Bring your chin towards your knees, as your chest pushes back. Let's come into the up dog again, so lower your hips forwards. Bring yourself up nice and tall. Think about rolling and peeling the shoulders back and down here. Push up that down facing dog again. Now one foot is going to come up to the palm of your hand, and you're going to extend that hand up towards the ceiling. Now check out my back knee. If I push my back heel away, that back knee starts to straighten, and you feel more of a stretch for the inner thigh. Bring this hand back down in front of you, and then swap back into a downward facing dog position. And we're going to rotate over to the opposite side. So again, your foot comes up to where your hand is. Once you've got that position, extend your hand up high, push the back heel away. Really tall, strong position. That back heel pushing back, gives that deeper stretch through your thigh, through the hip. Bring the hand down in front of you again. Lower yourself down towards the floor. So hips lower towards your heels. This really long stretch. Walk your fingertips forward and think about your hips touching onto your heels if you feel comfortable too. Good. And then slowly bring yourself into a seated position. What we're going to do is bring your feet together. And then just open up your knees like a book. You can hold on to the feet if you want to. But think about your knees coming down towards the floor. Give them a little bit of a shake as they ease into that stretch. And then as and when you feel comfortable, you can hold on to your shins and apply a little bit of weight just through your elbows onto your inner thighs, just to develop that stretch a little further. Try and sit yourself up as tall as you can. Now extending one leg out in front of you, place your thigh over, so your shin over the top of your thigh, give your hands behind you, and bend that knee, and you're going to be in a seated figure 4 stretch. Now bring your chest towards your shin, and you get a really nice deep stretch through the thigh and around the outside of the glutes as well. Good. So you extend that leg, swap the legs over, the opposite shin comes across the opposite thigh, bending at the knee, bring your chest towards the shin, get a nice stretch around the outside of the thigh, and also around the glutes as well. Slowly extend those legs. Let's bring up to a standing position, so just slowly roll up through your spine, each vertebrae at a time. Give your arms and legs a little bit of a shake. Let's do a last little stretch for your quads. Take hold of one foot, bring yourself into a balanced position, standing on one leg. Bring your knees level together. Think about pushing the foot into the hand that's holding it. And if you can extend through your hip as well, give you a nice deep stretch through your thigh and also through your quads. In particular, it's a muscle that's done a lot of work, especially with some of those lunges and the squats as well. Give a little shake, swap it over. Opposite foot comes into the palm of your hand. Slight bend in the standing foot. Straighten up through the spine. Push your hips forward slightly. If you can push the foot into the palm of your hand, you'll develop that stretch on the quad a little bit more. A little shake. My name's Matt, and thank you for joining me for this workout.